Title: Love in the University. Sara was a simple and shy girl. She had just joined university for her first year. Everything was new for her, the big buildings, so many students, and different teachers. She was nervous but excited too. One day, during her English class, she saw a boy named Ali. He was friendly, smart, and always smiling. He helped others in class and talked respectfully to teachers. Sara noticed him every day but never talked to him. Weeks passed. One day, Sara forgot her notebook at home. She was worried. Ali saw her and said, "You can share my notes if you want." Sara smiled and said, "Thank you." That was the first time they spoke. Slowly, they became friends. They studied together, had lunch in the cafeteria, and laughed at small jokes. Sara didn't realize when her friendship turned into something deeper, she had started liking him. But she was confused. Is this love? Or just friendship, she thought. She tried to stay normal, but her heart beat faster whenever she saw him. One evening, while walking in the university garden, Ali said, "Sara, I think I like you. I don't know when it happened, but now, you are special to me." Sara looked at him, surprised but happy. She smiled and said, "I like you too." From that day, their story began, not just as friends, but as something more. University life became more beautiful for both of them. After that day in the garden, Sara and Ali started spending more time together. They didn't tell many people about their feelings. They kept it simple, just smiles, care, and quiet talks during breaks. Sara was happier than before. She studied hard, and Ali always helped her. They encouraged each other before exams and celebrated small achievements with tea and samosas. But life wasn't always easy. One day, Sara's friend Aisha told her, "You should focus on your studies. Love can distract you." Sara felt worried. She thought, "Am I doing something wrong?" Ali noticed she was upset. He asked, "Is everything okay?" Sara said, "I think we should slow down. I don't want to fail or disappoint my parents." Ali smiled and said, "You're right. We are students first. Love doesn't mean forgetting everything else. Let's grow together." His words made Sara feel peaceful. They decided to study harder, meet less often, and support each other more. Time passed. It was the final year now. Both were doing well in studies. They still liked each other, maybe even more than before. But now, their love was more mature. There were no big promises, just silent understanding. One evening after their last exam, Ali looked at Sara and said, "No matter where life takes us after this, I'm glad I met you here." Sara smiled and replied, "Me too. This love began in university, but I hope it doesn't end here." They both walked away, not holding hands, but holding hope. University life was over. Sara got a job as a teacher in a school, and Ali started working in an office in another city. Life became busy. They couldn't meet often like before. They now talked only through phone calls or messages. Some days were easy. Some days were hard. One evening, Sara came home tired. Her parents said, "We are thinking about your marriage. There is a nice proposal." Sara didn't know what to say. Her heart became heavy. She called Ali and told him. Ali stayed silent for a moment and then said, "Sara, we always knew this time would come. I want to marry you, but I need to talk to my parents first." The next few days were full of tension. Both were scared. Ali talked to his family. At first, they didn't agree. They wanted someone from their own city, their own caste. But Ali didn't give up. He told them, "She is kind, smart, and she stood with me through everything. That matters more." After some time, his parents agreed. Now, it was Sara's turn. She told her parents everything, about Ali, about university, and about their long friendship. Her mother was surprised. Her father stayed quiet, but when they saw the honesty in her eyes, they said, "If he respects you and loves you, then we will meet him." A few weeks later, both families met. It was simple. No drama. Just truth and smiles. A few months later, Sara and Ali got engaged. They looked at each other and laughed, remembering the first day in English class. Their story didn't start with a grand moment, just a shared notebook. But now, it had become a real love story. One with friendship, patience, and faith.